Does religion help or hinder someone who's living with HIV? That's what we're talking about today. And joining me all the way from Indonesia is Acep Gates. How are you, Acep?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks for doing this. You are openly gay, you are HIV positive, and you're a Muslim. So
Yeah.
tell me, how does your religion perceive a person living with HIV there in Indonesia?
For me personally, being openly gay, Muslim, and also HIV positive are so challenging here in Indonesia because, as we know, that Indonesia is one of the country which has a Muslim majority, right? The first time that I come out as a gay and also Muslim and living with HIV, of course, I have been dealing with a lot of stigma, especially from like Muslim community, because most people here, when they found that I'm gay and also Muslim, they kept like forcing me to choose one. You cannot be gay and also Muslim, you have to choose one. And the other and the other hand, people always assuming that HIV is a gay disease. So this means that it's like I'm dealing with like a double, like stigma. The stigma because I'm gay and also Muslim, and another stigma because I'm living with HIV too. It's really challenging. Yeah.
What was harder for you to come to terms with when you were kind of coming of age and realizing who you were? Was it the being gay part, or was it finding out you were HIV positive? What were those experiences like as a young Muslim man in Indonesia?
I'm so lucky to have a parent who understand me well and can accept me for who I am. And and one thing that make me believe that I can be a gay and also Muslim and also peacefully living with HIV, because I learned Islam for about 16 years, that I never heard that I cannot be gay and Muslim. Even many people or many Muslim always use, religion to against LGBT people. But as I learned for 16 years, there is no verses of in Quran saying that, oh, you cannot be Muslim if you are gay. Even some people has like, like different interpretation of it.
I gotta say, you do a lot of fantastic work on your social media platforms, whether it's on your Instagram account or your TikTok
Yeah.
account. Um, on X, you have quite a presence, and it's fairly provocative. It's not conservative
Yeah.
stuff, which is, I think, good. What was the turning point for you? Why did you decide I'm going to go all out with this and get on social media and talk about HIV and all of that, especially when you do live in a very conservative country?
There are a lot of gay guys also here who has the same experience, and that's why I'm using the social media to connect with them.
What's the reaction been like to your advocacy work from those around you in the Muslim faith there?
It's so complicated. I mean, like challenging, but after I actively on social media, there are a lot of gay young people as well who reach me out and they want to talk about HIV and also how I like make a peace with myself and my religion. For example, last year I went to Saudi Arabia for Umrah, and many people like surprised what I've done, because many people always think that if you are gay you cannot go to Saudi Arabia for Umrah. Before, even before I went there, many people like told me like, oh, don't go to Saudi Arabia for Umrah because God will be hating you and punishing you there. I was a bit afraid, I was a bit scared actually, but I was really, like curious as well. So when I went there for about 2 weeks to do Umrah, Umrah is like a, like Islamic pilgrim, or like a Hajj,
Like the
like
Hajj,
a
right? Yeah.
specific, yeah, yeah, like a Hajj. So I was there for about 2 weeks and it went well. I was so, it was really great experience and nothing bad happened to me as well. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I can say, like that's I can prove to the society that if you are, even you are gay, you still can be, like religious if you want. And the other challenging also when I'm back from Saudi Arabia to Indonesia, many people told me as well, like, oh, no, you are not gay anymore, right? Because you did Umrah already. So yeah, because many people here like they were thinking if you are doing Hajj and Umrah and you are gay, so it means that you want to change your sexual orientation. So that's why many people assume about that.
Right.
So yeah, but then I told them like I went to Saudi Arabia for Umrah not to change my sexual orientation. So yeah.
Well, I mean, it is incredibly brave because, we hear the headlines and some pretty horrific things that happen to gay men, especially in Saudi Arabia. But you've said that HIV is only contagious from certain activities. Stigma, stigma is contagious even without touch. Stigma
Yeah.
can be contagious from just one word. How are you hoping to change people's minds, especially those in the Islamic faith, to be more open and accepting when it comes to understanding HIV?
When I talk to Muslim, they always will bringing the religion to talk about HIV because HIV for them it just like a punishment from God. And in this case, I also like talk a lot to them that HIV is not only gay disease. I gave them like data like from Ministry of Health of Indonesia, which people who are diagnosed HIV is not only coming from gay people, but also like like children or kids, and also like heterosexual people. So I have been trying to give them a data. So we hoping that they can like like a bit open about this kind of stuff. Yeah, even it's really difficult.
Well, you do a great job, especially talking about undetectable equals untransmittable,
Yeah.
which, is the science. Just lastly, in the few minutes I've got left with you, what's the one thing you want people to know about being a gay Muslim who is HIV positive? What do you want people to hear and understand?
This world always has a double standard for gay people. Like if you are like for example, if you are heterosexual and Muslim, people will never talk about your sexual orientation. But if you are gay and you are adopting religion such as Islam, people will be complaining about it. So here, I just want to tell you that it's okay to be like a different, to choose the life that you want to live in, because as human we have the same rights. People might be don't like our decisions, but it's not their business to choose our own way.
Well, you're a fantastic example of someone who is living their truth, and by doing that, you're not only giving yourself power, but you're showing other people that it's possible. Acep Gates, thank you so much for making the time to talk with me all the way from Indonesia.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity as well.
Absolutely. And keep up the great work. That's going to do it for this episode of Plus Talk, where we're all about turning positive into a plus. If you want more information about Plus Life and Plus Talk, you can go to the website, pluslifemedia.com. Remember to follow us across social. We are at Plus Life Media, and we'll put all of Acep's info up there as well, so you can check out his social pages and all the great work he's doing. Until next time, just try and be a little nicer to one another. We'll see you soon.